past. You just say, I'm going to reach back for that old magic. One last time.
Okay, what about the interceptions? What are we going to do about that?
Which ones?
Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers.
Well, okay, I'll give you that one, but...
No, don't give it to me. No, he earned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you said that that Andrew Luck deserves to go over Tom Brady.
Yeah, he
right?
does.
Okay, well, Tom Brady's thrown 9 interceptions. Andrew Luck has thrown 13 interceptions, which is tied for the 4th most in the NFL. Wouldn't that be advantage Brady on interceptions?
What about those touchdown passes? What are we going to do about those touchdown passes? How many more is he in front of?
He's somewhat ahead.
No. So what? I need a number. Somewhat is not a number.
Well, I don't know. I didn't even write it down because I don't care. That wasn't part of my
10
argument.
more.
Okay.
34. He's second in the NFL in touchdown passes.
Okay.
It's one Andrew Luck.
I'll give you that. But Tom Brady somehow has taken a very mediocre football team to 9-5. And the 5 losses include one that was the biggest giveaway in the history of giveaways, the Miami Miracle, and that one's on Belichick.
Hold on. Think about, okay.
So wait, he's 9-5. Andrew Luck's only 8-6. And wait a minute, over here, Aaron Rodgers is 5-8-1, and you're saying he deserves to go more than Tom Brady? How about just on records? Which record deserves the Pro Bowl? I think Tom Brady's record does.
No.
Think of what he's doing. He's doing it with just one other Pro Bowler on his roster.
Whoa, hold on, Skip. So let me see. Tom Brady lost to Blake Bortles. He in the Pro Bowl?
No.
What about Matthew Stafford?
No.
What about Tannehill? What about Marcus?
Wait, you can't say that Tom Brady lost to Tannehill because Tom Brady did everything in his power to beat Tannehill.
He did everything in his power in the last 6 drives to score 6 points.
And the last drive, he took it right down and had a touchdown, and they said, no, let's run the clock out, take a field goal. Were they not up? Were they not in commanding position? Did the Miami Miracles have to score a touchdown to win the game?
They were in what we call, Jenny, the catbird seat, which was a very favorable position. But somehow, Skip, I don't want to get to that. This is what Andrew Luck has done. Andrew Luck, 8 straight games of 3 touchdowns or more. In Tom Brady's last 7 games, he's thrown 8 touchdowns. Is that Pro Bowl work? Skip, look, like you said, now you told me this. I learned this from Skip Bayless. Now I learned this debate game from one Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless told me that when you critique and you judge these GOAT status players, you hold them to the highest standard. So if I were to hold Tom Brady to the highest standard, which is GOAT, you said he's the GOAT. Did you say that?
I didn't say it. Everybody says it except you.
No, okay. So
it's a done deal. It's game over.
Okay, so he's the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yes.
So I must judge him, not on a curve, but to the highest standard.
Okay.
So is 7 games of 8 touchdowns GOAT status?
7 games of 8 touchdowns.
Yes.
But it got them to 10-4. That should be their record right now.
No. I don't know what should be.
Should be. I mean, he did everything in his power to be 10-4. Am I right?
I should be.
Is that like spectacular to you that they should be 10-4 with only one other Pro Bowl player?
No, because
think about this. This is a mediocre football team.
Think about it, Skip. Buffalo had no Pro Bowlers, and they're in that division. The Jets had 1 Pro Bowler. The Patriots are also in that division.
Okay.
Miami had 1 Pro Bowler. They're also in that division.
Okay, well, they can't help that.
Okay, so that's what he's up against. So I'm just asking you, if we judge him, you said
we haven't even counted. They got 2 more games against divisions, and I'm not even counting that in the 10-4 record because they haven't played them yet.
Let me ask you a question. Who did they play these last 2 games?
Against division teams.
And which one of those teams have multiple Pro Bowlers?
Well, okay. They should win it, but he can't help that. He can't help the division that he's in.
So he can't help that he can only throw 8 touchdowns in 7 games? He can't help that.
Did you want Tom Brady to petition before the year started that he wants to move to the AFC West?
No. I'm not going to let you get off like that easy. So it's Coach Belichick's fault that Tom Brady has only thrown 8 touchdowns in his last 7 games. That's Coach Belichick's fault. Am I hearing you correct?
Well, I only care about wins and losses. What happens? I just statted you to death.
Well, I'm glad.
Clearly, we're just talking about Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Who's had the better year? No. It's obvious. It's runaway clear that Tom Brady has had a better year. He has performed at a much higher level than Aaron Rodgers has.
Okay, in the last
and he got his team to 10-4, and Aaron's 5-8-1.
If you don't mind me asking,
also ran
the last 2 games. What's Tom Brady's record and what's Aaron Rodgers' record? Last 2 games.
Well, obviously, Belichick cost him 1 game at Miami. Well, did he not?
Well,
you
McCarthy,
even said that.
Well, Mike McCarthy
you
cost him.
said that. Did you not say that the next day? I think that's a done deal. That's
Mike McCarthy cost Aaron Rodgers.
Did he?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because every time, I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do? Every time Aaron Rodgers lose, I'm gonna find someone to blame it on, because that's what I've seen. The recurring theme is with Tom Brady.
Okay.
It's Coach Belichick's
Who
fault.
performed better this year at quarterback, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? Seriously.
The guy that had 23 touchdowns with 2 picks, or the guy that has 24 touchdowns and 9 picks.
But the guy who's 10-4 versus the guy who's 5-8-1, and I just gave you
The
all
guy's
the
team.
stats. Yeah. Again, he's protecting. I'm going to say it one more time, and this is obvious to me. Aaron Rodgers is protecting his interception total by throwing the football away. If he sees it and he doesn't love it, if it's 50-50, like I don't even want to try this, he just throws the ball away, or he takes the sack.
Well, Tom Brady is protecting himself from getting injured by doing the fainting goat. Because if anybody gets close, he drops. You saw it on the last play, Skip Bayless. It became very obvious.
I saw him throw a no-look pass to Julian Edelman.
No. Why? Is that something that he practices? Because it was reported. Now, I heard that John Fox, know John Fox very well. He coached the Broncos. He said when they went to look at Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes asked him, Coach, would you like to see me throw a no-look pass? So I want you to tell me the time that Tom Brady at any point in time in his career practiced a no-look pass that he felt comfortable doing it in the game.
I don't know. It's 5 seconds left, and you got to throw it 30 yards into the end zone, and you've got Frankenstein and Gronkowski.
Wow!
That's what
now he Frankenstein.
He's lurch.
Now you pooping on Gronk.
Well, you poop on Gronk every day. You pooped him right out of it.
No. So is that what you're telling me, Skip?
Well, he has nobody to throw to. He doesn't have.
Gunned him.
I think they outgunned what's left of Belichick.
Why would you do that?
Can you believe that the New England Patriots had only 2 Pro Bowlers and one's counterfeit? Can you believe that? Is that not letting the roster erode?
If you don't mind me asking, Skip.
This is the perennial Super Bowl team.
So in other words,
right?
So you told me now. Stephon Gilmore, he plays defense, right?
Yeah.
He's in the Pro Bowl. How many defensive Pro Bowlers does the Packer have?
I don't think they have any.
Oh.
But their problem is they're 5-8-1, so they don't deserve to have anybody, including quarterback.
You just told me that Coach Belichick has lost his fastball.
Yep, he has.
His defense ranks near the bottom in total yards and giving up big plays.
Yep.
So in other words, they don't deserve to have anybody in the Pro Bowl either, do they?
Well, when I asked you about Stephon Gilmore, you had to think about it for a second, like what I always say about Hall of Famers. If you have to think about it, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Skip,
so if you have to think about Pro Bowl, I think you're saying, Stephon Gilmore is 50-50, maybe not.
Well, I mean, Skip, off the top of my head, it's hard for me to say. I think a couple of guys. I think one guy I know for certain. I think from San Diego made it. But I would have to go back and look at the list and see who played well. I thought Chris Harris Jr. had he not gotten hurt, he probably would have stood a great chance.
But I'm going to use your argument against you. Stephon Gilmore was the best defensive player on the field when they got torched by Blake Bortles and Matthew Stafford, and need I go down the list? Because they got torched by those teams. Blake Bortles threw for 373 against Belichick's defense. You like that?
I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. When Tom Brady outgunned Pat Mahomes, when he outgunned Aaron Rodgers, where was Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman, and where was Rob Gronkowski?
Where were they?
Yes.
What do you mean, where were they?
Were they on the field?
Were they home watching on TV?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because that's what you're telling me. Because you're telling me Tom Brady doesn't have any help. But those were the guys that helped.
Stephon Gilmore was on the field in the second half versus Patrick Mahomes when Patrick Mahomes put up 31 points in the second half at Foxborough, and Tom Brady still overcame that.
He was also.
Are you believing that? That's Pro Bowl.
He was also on the field when they took 2 turnovers off Pat Mahomes in the first half.
Okay.
He was also on the field for that. But I'm trying to figure out, what I can't understand is that when Tom Brady outgunned these guys, where was Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman? Because when he doesn't play well, they're terrible. But when they play well, it's all Tom Brady. So I'm trying to see the correlation. Because you tell me Tom Brady could do it with guys from Dorchester. That's what you told me.
Well, that's basically what he did against Patrick Mahomes.
So with who? With Josh Gordon, right?
Yeah.
With Julian Edelman, right?
Yeah.
With Rob Gronkowski, right?
Yeah. James White.
Oh!
You know?
So if he doesn't play well, Coach Belichick's defense is trash. If he plays well, it's all Tom Brady. So what we try to do, we have to go out of our way to excuse when Tom Brady doesn't play well.
No, it just shows you how great he was that night with receivers who are all on the downside. Is Josh Gordon not on the downside of what he is?
So,
what he used to be?
Again, I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. He was great when he pulls it through. But when he doesn't, it's Coach Belichick's defense, and they're on the downside.
Well, I mean, it's always Belichick's defense. It just depends on whether Brady can make magic with what he has left at receiver. And he's human, so he's going to have some off nights. I thought he was off at Pittsburgh. That wasn't vintage Brady.
Was he off at Jacksonville?
But he did at Pittsburgh. Remember, he drove them from his 25-yard line down to the 16-yard line and had those cracks at the end zone. That was pretty great to drive him that far. And then he couldn't get, if you can find an open receiver in the end zone on the last 3 throws, you're a better man than I, because I couldn't see one.
I mean, I saw Tom Brady fall doing the feint and go. But Skip, you keep telling me Coach Belichick's defense. But what am I supposed to do about those 37 playoff games in which Tom Brady's been Coach Belichick's quarterback, and they've given up, in 23 of those games, they've given up 0 points?
Well, okay. I mean, once upon a time, they had a really good defense. And the last 3 years, they've had a pathetic defense. That you realize in the last Super Bowl, they gave up 41 points to the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
41 points?
But he is.
Can you justify?
But you just told me Tom Brady is human, so he's allowed to have a bad game.
Yeah, and all he did that night was throw for the all-time playoff record at age 40 of 505 yards in the Super Bowl.
But you know what, Skip?
Wow.
I don't want to go back. Look, Tom Brady is very accomplished, the most accomplished quarterback. But that's not how the Pro Bowl voting is supposed to work.
Okay,
what did Tom Brady do in 2018?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just showed you. He's had a better year than Aaron Rodgers. And by the way, so has Russell Wilson. He deserved to be over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Skip.
Hard to deny.
I can get them to 8 and 6.
I can make the case for Matt Ryan getting it over Aaron Rodgers.
Their team's no good. But at least Russell Wilson
Did you see Green Bay?
Games.
Did you see Green Bay? His team's no good.
Well, that is true.
Aaron Rodgers' team, Green Bay. His team is no good. That's what I'm saying. I can make the case for Matt Ryan. Because if you're saying Matt Ryan's team's no good, Aaron Rodgers' Packers is no good.
Russell Wilson is the reason Seattle is 8 and 6. And by the way, he's tied for 3rd in touchdown passes this year, and he only has thrown 6 interceptions.
Oh, but hold on. Where is Andrew Luck as far as touchdown passes?
Had a good comeback. We got to leave it with Andrew Luck. I don't know. Up for debate. 8 times for you, Shannon?
8
time?
And I got robbed. I should have went like 11.
What, 8? So 4 were on reputation?
Okay.
No,
I thought 8 was impressive enough to bring up.
No.
Should have been 11.
It should have been 11.
I want to talk about LeBron James.
We will talk about LeBron. Was he embarrassed last night? You know, his dunk was blocked. It doesn't happen much, but we will tell you next.
You put emphasis on blocked, yeah.